Hi, Maria, back with another video. It's 7:01 a.m. and it is Wednesday morning. And you're probably thinking, it's after 7. Shouldn't you be at work right now? Yeah, I should be at work right now, but my car tire blew off. And what's weird about this is that it blew off. I mean, it got disconnected from the lugs. Like, I don't know what happened, but it seems a little strange to me that the lugs would just come off my car. You know, that's very strange. So I'm not sure if somebody was trying to screw me over or what. But anyway, I'm waiting for the AAA to tow my car and hopefully insert my tire, and then I will make an attempt to get to work if I possibly can. And if I can't, if I'm down for the day, then I'll just spend time getting my car taken care of or whatever, which really upsets me. But anyway, I was thinking, last night about this whole issue, which is just really pissing me off, like you don't even know. And I was thinking about, how people can easily, get into your work life and manipulate things in ways that you would never want them to. Okay, beyond your control, illegally, mind you. So I was briefly I had a brief conversation with my friend yesterday, and I was basically saying that, what I'm seeing from these people is that people really don't know how to do their jobs. And if they don't know how to do if it's about them being ignorant, then that's an issue. And then also, if they do know better, then there's corruption out there, obviously. So it makes me wonder, I don't feel safe anymore, basically, is how I feel. And I was, my thoughts turned to Stephen Lyles because, I know that I highly suspect that he's involved in this. His mom as well, and all these people that I would never give any authorization to make any decisions in my life. And I think maybe some people in this town thought that I was going to be in a long-term relationship with Stephen Lyles. And I haven't seen this man since like the late 80s, but regardless, I can't understand why somebody would think that he would have the right to have any say in what I did for a living. Okay. This story comes to mind, and I didn't want to talk about it before, but I'm not trying to bring up things like this, but but I see how something like this relates or applies to my situation. And I know that back in the late 80s or maybe the early 90s, I know his father committed suicide because he couldn't find a job after he had an affair with, I believe it was a junior high school teacher, something like that. This is information that was given to me by a friend who knew that family. And then my thoughts were that, because I know his dad was really active in the Lutheran church. I think his dad was like a pastor or something like that. And, I think his dad and his mom got back together. But similar to my situation, to where I believe his employment was manipulated. If he was indeed guilty of having an affair, then that's something that his church and his family should have handled privately. Like, it should have been, sometimes in churches, if somebody commits a sin, a bad sin or something, they will receive counsel, and they might have to step down from their position, and they might be disciplined in a way. Like, maybe the church members there might be an announcement that this particular person is on some sort of disciplinary action. They will not tell them what they did, but they will basically say, like, I know the Jehovah's Witnesses have something similar to where you might be lose some of your privileges or something, but they won't tell the congregation what you did out in front of everybody. So it just seems like there was some irresponsible behavior that occurred in his situation. Now, and I feel as though, he got blacklisted and basically scapegoated or mistreated from his church, from people who are supposed to be, forgiving and understanding of people committing sins. Now, if his mother is indeed incestuous. Okay, now mind you, she's got, count them, three men that she has full access to. Now, I don't believe in incest by any means, okay, but she has three what I would consider to be good-looking men that she has access to. So her husband, who went out and committed adultery outside of the gene pool, gets, blacklisted or ostracized from his community. It makes you wonder who this woman is. Like, did she create this sort of social tension between for her husband so that he would get ostracized from his community and be in a situation where he felt it was necessary to take his own life? That makes you wonder about that, I'm not comfortable with this family, hovering around and being a part of my work life. And I suppose she thought that I was having a relationship with her son. Obviously, that's impossible. Or maybe, I don't know, or maybe her son was interested in me and she wanted to punish me for him having an interest in me. I don't know what the deal is, but this is very strange to me. And it's unforgivable. As for Stephen Lyles, I don't think I could have any respect for him for being the kind of person that would allow this to happen. If he created this issue, he's not the sole creator of this issue, but if he created this issue and he allowed me to suffer through this and then wants to hide or not man up to it, well, how can you have respect for that? So I don't have any trust in this particular family and these groups of people. So they don't have any right or business to be attached to my life, okay? I also think it's very strange that somebody would expect a woman to make these sort of compromises, period, okay? I mean, it's unjustifiable, but especially if there's no relationship between me and Stephen. You know what I mean? And then, there's no guarantee that a relationship would actually take place or occur, and yet you're asking somebody to give up, their ability to take care of themselves for something that's not even definite. And even if it was definite, that's still illegal. You know what I mean? It's just the whole thing angers me, So obviously, I don't know. I think that Stephen Lyles might have mental disabilities that I wasn't aware of in the past. But now I kind of understand that he does. I don't know if he's, like, mentally, there's different ways to be mentally disabled, but is he mentally disabled because he has, some people might be a little bit detached from reality. And then some people might be like mentally challenged, but I don't really think he is mentally challenged since he, in that way, because I know that he can read and he can write and all that other stuff and comprehend what he reads. So I don't know, but I do believe he's got some sort of mental disability. Anyway, I'm angry, and I was thinking about how this situation has caused so much financial problems for me. Like right now, this is a financial crunch, okay? Because I'm missing work today, and I won't be getting, I'm missing at work today. If I'm hopeful I can get to work, if they can just put my tire back on, I can get to work. I can get there late and spend a little time later to be there, but I could still, make my hours. But it's a financial burden to me, first of all, because someone like me, I should be working full time, okay? And preferably in the town that I live in, okay? I shouldn't be having to go outside of the town. And this is frustrating for me, and it's not my choice. It's like, I get, I'm at the point right now where it's like, I feel as though my words fall on deaf ears because there's so much corruption and ignorance out there that I can't trust anybody, and I kind of give up. I'm giving up on the system. But still, this is, I'm a victim of something that should have never taken place. And I'm upset about it. My memories of Stephen Lyles, I do realize that I had put a lot of not a lot of faith in him. I never really had a major conversation. I never had a conversation with him at all. I never really knew him. I just saw him a few times and thought he was really good looking and he intrigued me. And I figured, that there was more to him than what, I just thought he had a great personality because he was just, always well kept, and he dressed really nice, and, his family was always very good looking, and, and so you create these images in your mind, or these personalities for people that you see. But I was a young girl at that time. Oh my God, I'm getting tired. And so, obviously, I don't know this person at all. And maybe I don't really want to. He seems like they're the kind of people that you want to avoid, Anyway, so I'm waiting here for the tow truck. And hopefully they'll be here soon. I just want to get on with my day. Hopefully I can, I'm just getting updates from AAA, and it's telling me, okay, they should be here shortly. I'm hoping they can just put the tire back on. I can get to work. I mean, no, my job's not the greatest, but I need to make the money. And, I miss working in a regular job, and I miss the kind of work that I used to do. And all of this, I keep thinking, I am angry at Karen Johnson because, she orchestrated this shit. And really, I should be suing this woman so that I shouldn't have to worry about ever having to find another job again. I should not have to live like this. Nobody has to sit here and jump through hoops and be treated in this disrespectful manner except for me. You know what I mean? I mean, there's other targets here in Bakersfield. I'm pretty sure there are. But, it's illegal and it shouldn't be happening. And, I'm just tired of worrying about things all the time. I worry about things all the time. I never get a moment's rest, and for something that I had nothing to do with, and it really bothers me. So anyway, I let my boss know that I might not be coming in. I'm hopefully that they can take care of this, but I do think it's very strange that my tire would just come off in the manner that it did. I think that's very, very strange. And I don't know if I have enemies in this town or not. I really shouldn't. There's really no reason why I should have any enemies, but people do strange things. And who's to say, that somebody didn't do this on purpose? I have no idea. Unfortunately, I've gotten to the point where I don't trust people anymore. I just don't, and, I don't go around making enemies in this town. I don't, and if what I'm saying in these videos makes people pissed off, it's only because I'm telling the truth, and I know sometimes people don't like the truth, and people can get real nasty when you start speaking it, but this is the reality. And, I also want to say that, when I left my ex-husband, I had found out that my ex-husband was incestuous. And then I also knew or suspected that his mother had some sort of say or was manipulating my employment. I would never want to be in a relationship where somebody was doing that to me. I don't, because it's a form of abuse, and I would never feel safe because, somebody having that kind of control over you is never a good thing, and I would flee from somebody who would want to manipulate my life like that. And it seems as though, Stephen Lyles and his mom did something that I think is unforgivable. And, at first I kept thinking, well, maybe he didn't know or whatever. I did. I considered that at first, okay? But once all this disastrous stuff has happened, and if he was really a good person, he would have just come up and said, and came up and admitted it, or manned up about it, which he didn't. And after all this time, you lose respect. You just do. So anyway, I'm tired of the assumptions of people and the gossip, or people, calculating or speculating, I should say, speculating about me and Steven or whatever, or anybody. I'm not in a relationship with anybody. And I don't want to get married to anybody. I don't want to. What I care about is being able to be independent and take care of myself, okay? Especially, I know the idea of getting married doesn't appeal to me, but I tell you, it especially doesn't appeal to me now. It definitely doesn't after you're gang stalked, because my goal is to have no connections to the people that I used to know. I don't want people who associate with Karen Johnson or Steve Murray or any of these people that I worked with after the treatment that I received from them to have anything to do with people. And they will send people into your life. They will do that kind of stuff, okay? You know, and if it would be miserable for me. I just want to be safe, and that's all I care about. I care about my safety more than I care about anything else. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this video, and I will be back with another video some other time. I'm really not in the mood to make any other videos, but I had that on my mind. You know what I mean? And you know, if I'm wrong about Steven and his mom, then all apologies. But I don't think I am. Okay, I just don't think that I am. And as a matter of fact, I think that I'm right about that issue. And you know, I know that when women get gang stalked, oftentimes it's all illegal, but oftentimes the reason why is because they have a secret admirer, and somebody feels as though they have the right to manipulate a woman's employment. And this is a very common issue. And so, you know, I had started thinking about Steven a few years ago, about 2016. I had a dream about him, and then I kept thinking maybe he has something to do with this. And from that point on, I started really thinking, okay, who's involved in this? And I believe there's people who are involved in my employment fuck up, right? That includes people that I used to know who don't talk to me anymore. Stephen and Lyle, obviously my previous employers, all these people that I don't see, I don't talk to, but they feel as though they want to throw their 2 cents in. First of all, I never asked you guys for your help, okay? And then you want to sit here and try to make, you know, try to play stipulations. Oh, well, we're going to take your job away because, you know, you're wearing fake hair to work and stuff like that. I have to wear fake hair, okay? My hair it doesn't lay down on its own, okay? That's why I wear hats when I'm not at work, okay? That's a form of discrimination. And to sit here and try to act like, you know, well, we're not going to help her because I never asked you for your help. I've never contacted one of you and asked you to help me in any way, shape, or form. So you have put me in a situation that I didn't deserve, okay? And it's none of your business. That really gets me. Really, it gets me. Anyway, I'm gonna wait for the AAA person to get here, and hopefully I'll be back with another video later. Take care, bye-bye.